Welcome to Unpacked, where we're uncovering life's ups and downs from love and mental health to career and growth.
With candid stories, honest advice, and special guests, this is your space for conversations that make you laugh, think, and feel seen.
Jess, is the group chat open?
Dev, yes, it's open, and we're unpacking it all.
We're back.
We are so back, like you were saying, Devin.
So back, like we never left. Back like pre-COVID back, you know?
Yeah, I think that our little hiatus and the schedule we're working with is a real reflection of millennials. I think we're juggling a lot in life. We're doing a lot in life. We are experiencing a lot of change, and we just rock with it.
Yeah. We're rolling with the punches as, you know, mature adults do. Sometimes I feel like I'm 12 again, but, you know, we push through and we try to just pay these bills and do all the things and check in on all the friends. I find that it's increasingly hard to kind of keep some personal connections going as lives, but I'm trying to prioritize that more in 2026.
You said you feel like you're 12 sometimes?
Yeah, just like...
I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
You don't feel like a teenager? Like you just don't know where to start? Like I just want my mom to come in and handle it for me, you know?
Okay, that part I get. That I can relate to. But it's a nice reminder to try and be young at heart, because I think with the adulting, the bills, the health, should I be doing this or that and the third, that is not giving 12 to me.
Yeah, it's definitely grown energy. Like we're handling our business as our parents raised us to. And I'm so proud of us and everyone else out there doing it. But, you know, adulthood is the ghetto sometimes.
Yeah, that was quite a sigh. I can relate. I can totally relate to that sigh. I know we even have that spring bucket list, and that's adulting in itself. I'm glad we're holding ourselves accountable and trying to do what we can when we can. But besides you checking out the one restaurant, we haven't done anything else. But we're still talking about it.
We are. Aren't we supposed to go see the cherry blossoms this weekend?
We are, and it's supposed to be 80% chance of rain. So we can still do that. It'll just be a very different experience.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would a millennial do? I don't know.
Remember a couple years back, we were out for someone's birthday. We were in a hotel room. It was raining, and we did a rain dance, if you remember.
We did. It did not work, but we
work.
did. No, it did not. It worked for maybe 5 minutes. We went to the day party. We had a good time. It was like crazy rain that came down. Did we do the rain dance before we went outside or after?
Yeah, before.
Yeah, and then it rained like the whole night. There were maybe 5 seconds, and we had a table outside in the rain.
Covered. It was a covered area. Yeah.
I definitely felt my arms got wet.
Oh, yeah. There was a little residual dew.
There was residual dew. There was grown people trying to make the most of the table they had.
But it was still like humid at the same time, because remember they had the fans going on the inside.
Oh yeah, that's true.
People were congregating in front of the fans because it was hot inside, but it was dry.
Yeah,
and then outside it was wet but cool. There was a lot happening.
There was. I think maybe we're past the days of. Are we past the days of getting tables?
Oof. Yeah.
But then if you don't get a table, you're standing, and then you might start having back issues.
Your knee might go out.
Yeah. Is there a chair somewhere someone can give me? You start looking at the youngins like, can you please give me your chair?
Right.
Or a stool at the bar.
Yeah. You give that look like.
Yeah. The looks never work for me. Nobody moves.
Okay. This is a good question, because I feel like there is proper, like, not at the club per se, but on the train, there is etiquette and a hierarchy on who should get first preference on seats. Let's say it's rush hour, it's jam-packed. Who should get preference of the following? A pregnant woman, an elderly gentleman, or a small child?
Well, clearly the small child is last. They will figure it out.
And I'll tell you why I included the small child in this roundup, but go ahead. Okay, so small child is third. Who's second? Who's first?
I think you let the pregnant person, especially if they're in a later term. This is like honestly earlier term. They'll probably be okay. I don't say that in a mean way, but I would let the pregnant woman and the elderly person duke it out. I feel like
Hmm.
you look the person up and down, like, do you really need it more than me?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'd say elderly person, pregnant person, then child. If the elderly person doesn't want to sit down, then the pregnant person should have it.
I would agree with that. I've seen pregnant people turn down a seat that's offered to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I respect that. I do think sometimes people want them to take a seat more than they want to, and I've seen
Mm.
that happen too, where an older woman, maybe in her 50s, kept asking a pregnant woman that was standing, "Do you want to sit down? Do you want to sit down?" She was like, "No, no, no, I'm good." She was reading her book.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept giving people who had seats next to the standing pregnant lady dirty looks to be like, "Y'all need to stand up so this lady can sit down," even though the pregnant lady was like, "I'm fine."
Oh, that's a bit much.
And so I think that's pushing a little too
Yeah, I
hard.
think that person's just kind of asking for a fight, or there's something they're
Yeah,
projecting.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a bit much. But why did you bring up the child?
I've just seen this more recently in my morning commutes where, like, there's an open seat, a parent will come on with their small child, and they will just immediately beeline it to the open seat before anybody else and have their child sit there as a way to be like, "Sit down, don't like," I understand you don't want to be watching your kid who's rambunctious running up and down. It's crowded. You just want to sit them somewhere and be like, "Stay."
Mm-hmm.
But it does irk me a bit because I feel like if anyone should be standing and like slightly inconvenienced, a kid can bounce back easier. Like, let other people have a chance to sit down before you take precedence with your kid. I don't know. This is just my personal opinion.
I respect it. I have a totally different view where honestly, recently, I'm a bag lady. I carry like two 25-pound bags to work and
Hmm.
back for no reason. So whenever
Hmm.
I get on the train, I'm like, I need a seat because I'm at the end of the F train going all the way to where? To another country called Manhattan. So I'm like, I need a seat. But recently I had both of those bags and I was sitting down and there was a father who got on with this very small little girl. And I got up and I was like, you got it. Because honestly, sometimes I just feel a parent's pain where you're like, please, if this
Hmm.
child could just sit the down. But to your point, sometimes I see people who have bags or they look like they're tired, and there's a little kid who's like moving their legs, squirming. And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, they could probably stand and get that energy out. So it
Yeah.
depends. Sometimes I sympathize with the parents. Sometimes I'm like, nah, they'll be good.
Yeah. It makes sense that you have that perspective, which is why I wanted to ask you. Because as a non parent, I very much have your child can stand up and watch the iPad while like the lady coming from a very long day of work with two 25-pound bags on each arm might want to take a load off,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. No, that's totally fair. There's a hierarchy, I'd say, especially for those with sense and those who are old school New Yorkers. I think that
Mhm.
hierarchy has kind of gone out the window. I was never offered a seat when I was pregnant, ever.
Really?
On
Never?
actually, interestingly enough, on the bus, but not on the
Oh,
train.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I just think some people are like, if you really need it, you'd ask, you'll figure it out. Or it's
What?
just like a fend for yourself kind of thing.
Like, you got to be quicker than that kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's
Yeah.
sad. I don't think that's right at all.
I don't
I,
know. I think that's the direction we're heading in, unfortunately.
this morning, there was a seat that opened up, extremely crowded train. Someone got up at a stop. It was all men kind of hovering over the seat, and they all looked around to be like at the women
Hmm.
to be like, is someone going to take this seat? And they kind of waited a beat and like gave the look to everybody until a woman sat down. And I feel like, okay, you were raised correctly.
Oh,
That's,
wow. I
I
commend
think that
that.
should be the way it is.
I mean, you have the guys who sit down and they still spread their legs,
Oh my God. Don't get me
over
started.
the width of two seats, which is wild. But sometimes I'll go for it, and other times I'm like, I'm not even trying to deal with craziness today.
Yeah, you have to read the energy in there.
Yeah, yeah. If the energy is foolishness, I'm gonna say, excuse me. If the energy is like wild, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
let them have it. So I think that's a sign that I need a vacation.
I think so. I think, where are you headed?
Yeah, yeah, somewhere.
Are you doing beach? Are you doing exploration? What's ideal vacation for you in this moment? What's your
Beach,
vibe?
definitely beach. Something
Yeah.
laid back, something with a very chill vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I concur. We're by too many islands to not have that be a temptation.
that's fair. That's fair. I mean, let's see where things go with the fuel and the flights and the
Mm,
mess, but I'm down to go somewhere. For now, I'm gonna let music transport me to where I want to go.
yeah.
And I've actually been getting into some more Afro beats here and there, not
Okay.
completely.
I know your husband's happy about that.
Yeah, I haven't shared that, but maybe I'll keep it to myself for now because it also might change.
Yeah.
It might
I
change.
feel you. I feel you. I've gotten more into compa lately.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's like, I feel like it's the Caribbean version of salsa. The more I listen to it, it's just
Mm,
very fluid and very, I don't know, it's upbeat and not in like a aggressive way, like a
yeah,
heavy beat. It's smooth.
it is. Yeah, it is very smooth. I think it's interesting how I'd say what 90s, early 2000s, we were like reggae, soca, dance hall. Then it
Hmm.
got into, oh wow, there's this thing called Afro beats. And
Hmm.
now I think that we're open to more and more genres, which is good. So,
Yeah,
the Haitians are having their time. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either. Haitians, they got a little something going on over there. I'm not mad at it. But
That's
speaking of music, Coachella just wrapped its second weekend. And I was catching clips online. You know, I'm not really a Coachella person, and I don't think that would be very fun. Big crowds, camping,
yeah.
just too much, too
Yeah.
much. I did see that Justin Bieber had a performance that apparently was a big deal for a lot of people and
Mm-hmm.
Justin Bieber's fandom. And I think the kid still got it. I really like him musically.
I so yeah, I'm with you. I think Bieber has gone through his own evolution. I saw stuff probably based on my terrible algorithm that's all over the place on Instagram
It
of
really
like
is.
him doing stuff and Haley Bieber, cheering him on and what Billie Eilish got on there. Thames was Thames there? I don't know. But yes, so I am glad he was a headliner. I'm glad he's doing things his way. He can sing. I just, again, don't think that Coachella will be what it was.
What was it?
Here's the question. Has Coachella become lame, or have we just aged out of Coachella? Because I think of when Coachella first started, at least I was like, oh my gosh, who's the headliner? Even if I'm
Mhm.
going or not. Then
Yeah.
when Beyonce did it, like, I'm biased, but I'm like, no other performance could be like Beyonce. So at this point, I don't care. Now I
Mhm.
see the Coachella headliners, which I don't stay awake for, or I'm not eager to see, but nobody's that exciting.
I don't keep up. I honestly, I'm with you. I don't know. Well, I'm not excited because I don't know who half these people are.
Well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not that Coachella isn't what it used to be. It's just Coachella isn't what it was to us.
Hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe I'll look at the Justin Bieber stuff. I've just seen little things, but I don't know. It's like, what's that? Driving Yukon in a
Yeah,
Newton.
yeah, 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 yep, yep, yep. Hmm.
Whatever the hell he's singing about. I don't know.
Jessica, you know the words.
I really only know Yukon. Utah?
Oh, like to rhyme with Yukon?
Well, I don't know if I just thought that was another thing that he sang. But all of that to say, I don't,
Whenever you called?
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe there's a Utah in there. I can.
I think I'm making that up, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll be real. Who cares about Justin Bieber at this point? All I care about is if there's an open piece of gossip that I'd like to know about.
That's interesting.
Don't really care about the music.
I'm the opposite, I think. I respect your perspective and I get it.
That's very corporate. It's like, I respect your perspective and I disagree.
I hear you, I see you, and I
And
understand.
boo.
However, comma,
Yeah,
I'm the
there you
opposite.
go.
I could care less about his personal life. I'm more interested in the music he's dropping.
Wait, he dropped new music?
I think he had an album recently.
Oh, you're saying the Yukon stuff. Okay.
No, more recently than
Oh,
UConn.
wow. Okay, well, I've been
There was like
under
a
a
whole
rock.
double album or something. Listen, I'm being held together by a string with this information. I'm not sure if it's correct, but I'm pretty sure he had a double album recently, like within the last 6 months.
Okay. Something with artists today, they just don't carry the same weight. I think there's this cycle of different generations of, you have your own set of artists and then the next wave just doesn't hit the same. Like, I think if you think of, Gen X and before, everybody probably thinks their artists are better than the newer ones.
I agree with you. And this is a good throwback to our millennial Gen X, Gen Z panel episode where, one half of the table was singing Michael Jackson's praises and the other one was saying Michael Jackson can't do a backflip, and Chris Brown is the GOAT. So I think you're absolutely right.
Well, yeah. And then everybody wants to go to that Chris Brown. Well, I don't want to go, but a lot of people want to go to that Usher Chris Brown concert. Honestly, I think I'm at a point where
I cannot believe you don't want to go.
Okay. One, fair. I think both of them are amazing artists in their own right. I just feel, thankfully, actually, I haven't seen Chris Brown in concert and I am not eager to see him, but it's just, I don't know, it's the same show. Give me something different. Like, Usher's going to perform the same stuff. He's going to take his shirt off. He'll dance.
No.
You don't think?
I don't think he will.
You don't think Usher's going to? Usher took his shirt off at his concert.
Did he for his residency?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or at least his shirt was like open. I'll say that. And then Chris Brown is going to dance and he's going to take his shirt off and then he's going to grind on the floor. And then they're going to do a dance off and Chris Brown is going to dance better than him. And it's just like, give me something interesting here.
That sounds amazing to me. You know what it is for me? It's the nostalgia. I'm going for the nostalgia aspect of it. I'm the type of person, I can hear the same song, listen to the same album over and over and over and over again because of the feeling it gives me and how happy it makes me. So the nostalgia piece is what I would, in theory, pay to go see. Now, I'm not chasing down these tickets because I know it's Ticketmaster just be acting funny sometimes where like the bots buy everything.
Oh, they have so many lawsuits, yeah.
And I can see why. It's just such a headache to get tickets. So it's like that deters me from being excited for any concert now. But if it was an easy process, I would 100% get them. But I know your team, Jay-Z, and you were excited about his anniversary concert coming up. So that's one that you do think was worth the ticket.
I think they're titans in the game. Jay-Z is a titan. Like, for example, if I say, Devin, give me the first person that comes to mind when it comes to R&B of our like age.
Oh,
or prime, for example, quote unquote, like being out. Who comes to mind for R&B?
I mean, Usher would be in the conversation.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's why you want to go to the concert and I don't.
Yes.
Because I honestly,
for you?
I'd say Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige comes to mind for me. She was there much longer than Usher was. And when I think of hip hop or when I think of rap, Jay-Z is definitely another one. But I mean, I don't know. I just might be a snob.
No, not at all. Mary makes sense considering you're a New Yorker. You're a New York native. I think she meant a lot to the people of New York.
Maybe.
In different ways than people from the West Coast. But not to negate Mary's influence on R&B, because she is a legend, iconic. But for me personally, I Usher had a bigger impact on my R&B life.
A bigger impact? I respect it.
Than Mary.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I probably don't own, like, I never downloaded any or bought or streamed whatever it was at the time, any of Mary's albums. Like, I know her singles, but I don't know anything off her albums that wasn't on the radio.
Okay. I respect it.
Could you say that for Usher?
That I only know his singles. I could say the same for both. It's just literally, if I'm having a really bad day, I might start listening to Mary J. Blige, My Life. And like half of those things, maybe because deep down I'm like a 90s auntie, I will be crooning to. And then the same with, to your point, Usher Confessions, or I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the other album is. What's the 8812 something, whatever.
8701. That was the one that was produced by He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Oh my gosh. That one's problematic then. See who you're supporting? Oh, no, I'm joking.
Hell no, girl.
I'm joking. But I do want to have a little segue because as we're talking about music, I want to cover neo soul a bit.
Okay. I love this topic.
This is going to a different, genre, something semi-related, but so I think of neo soul because we were talking about being transported by music. I think sometimes when I think of real musicians who are about their craft and not just commercialization, I think of neo soul artists. So let me share a few things about neo soul. Do you not want to hear them?
I want to hear the history of it. I want to hear the godmother and godfather of neo soul. What you got for us today?
Okay, so did you know that neo soul emerged in the early to mid 1990s as a pushback against the slick, producer-driven, digitally processed R&B dominating radio, which I think we just talked a bit about?
I had no idea.
Some real hits, but very commercially driven. So these neo soul artists wanted to return to live instrumentation, raw emotion that's rooted in classic 70s soul. I actually think that in a previous life I lived in the 70s, if you wanted to know that too. Did you know that? Now you know. So
I could see you are an old soul. I don't know if 70s is the decade I would put you in, but I know you are an old soul.
What would you put me in, the 40s or something?
No, not that old. Maybe 70s, 80s.
80s. One episode we have to talk about 80s fashion because that's still wild to me.
Yeah.
But anyhow, every decade has its own thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's a bit about neo soul. The term was coined by someone named Kadar Massenberg of Motown Records in the late 1990s. And it was
90s. It's that recent of a term. That's interesting.
Yeah, because think about it. Neo soul, I don't think was an actual, and again, someone can check my sources, but I think that it might have existed in different forms before then, but we didn't really have neo soul stuff until D'Angelo hit the market.
When was Untitled his first big splash?
Yeah, Brown Sugar came out in 1995. And that's when most sources say the neo soul movement really began in earnest.
Yeah, because I just looked up India Ari and she was big in the 2000s. Let's look to see Music Soul Child too, because I think
that wasn't before the 90s.
That was probably 2000s as well.
Which is interesting because I think because of that funk like element to it, we wouldn't think that the term was coined that late. You would think it would be earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm sure and I think you were talking about this in a totally different discussion we had, but neo soul, though the term was coined whenever, like the genre, I think it itself existed underground much before that.
Yeah.
And they, according to my sources again, which you could check me on this, but they say Philadelphia's poetry lounges and jam sessions really helped shape the aesthetic early on. We think about Jilly from Philly. And there was something called did you know the Soulquarians?
No.
A creative alliance including Questlove, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, Jay Dilla, and Common.
Oh, snap.
Who recorded some of the genre's most defining albums out of Electric Lady Studios in New York.
Wow, what a time to be alive.
What a time. See,
I wonder
where was Beeper during this time?
he was like, "Oh, you come." I wonder if that's how Erica and Common hooked up.
Ooh, that's an episode. We should talk about at some point some of like the rockiest
Dating
relationships.
histories.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
should get into that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, some we probably even forgot about.
Probably, because when you mentioned that, I mean, Erica
Yeah,
Badu has really left some of these men,
in shambles.
yes, in
Like
shambles.
none of them have ever recovered or been like, or Common was a serial monogamist, and now it seems that he's in it for the long haul with J Hud, which is an interesting choice coming from
Very
Erica
interesting to
to
me.
whomever. Oh, Tiffany Haddish was he with?
They were together, I mean, supposedly,
Angela
I
Rye,
think. Oh, yeah. I thought
Serena
Angela Rye was
Williams.
going to really work, and I
Me
like
too.
Angela Rye.
J Hud is an interesting choice, but
Yeah.
yeah, the Erica effect is
Mm-hmm.
real.
Who is your favorite neo soul artist?
Music Soul Child.
That's a good one.
He's one of my faves. Does India Ari count?
I think so.
I would say she's up there too. Vocally, I think she's amazing. What bucket will we put like a Jasmine Sullivan in?
Ooh.
Is she R&B?
I feel like I would put her more in R&B, but
Yeah.
is that debatable? I don't know.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. But I would say those two for me. What about you?
I would go with Jill Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, literally her hits, and if you play He Loves Me, all of a sudden I want to break out an interpretive dance. I we should go out one day and you should ask the DJ to play that and I'll just bust out. He loves me. They might escort me out, but
They might. Or some people might join in, you know?
I'll start a trend, most likely not, but just her voice, I think she is authentically herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mention to Miss Badu because her vibe is just
So true.
quintessential.
Her vibe is quintessential. I think whenever I see her, I just feel like, oh, wow, that's unique. Like, yeah, she's just real, not smell wise. She's like funky. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, wow, that's real eclectic. Like, not fake
Yes.
eclectic. It's like, girl, you doing your own thing, and
Yeah.
it's it.
Did you know she's also a doula?
Really?
Yeah, and I think she gave birth to some celebrity's baby. I forget who. I want to say maybe Tiana Taylor's second baby.
Interesting.
But yeah, she's about that life for real. And that's how my fave, Duran Bernard, got his big break doing background vocals for her and still does to this day.
I did not know that. You know what? We'll find how to do like a special effect of claps here because he really has done his thing. Literally. Yeah. I was first introduced to him through Tiny Desk, and I know you were a fan before that. But then, you know, with his Grammy win and everything else, I'm excited to see what else he does.
That's actually where I saw him first too, was Tiny Desk.
Oh, it was? Okay, okay. Because I felt like you put me on to stuff even after that.
Yeah. After I saw his Tiny Desk, I was so impressed. I didn't know who he was. He was reminiscent to me of like a Prince with his range and his just style and just like balancing feminine and masculine. But then he also had like a clear rock influence. Just so talented. I just like truly, truly just blown away by him.
I love that. Yeah, respect his talent for sure.
And Jill just dropped her new album. So there's a bit of a resurgence, I think, for that neo soul era. And maybe we can bring that 90s good neo soul, good R&B music back.
It would be nice. I don't see that opening up, but it would be nice. No, I'm just being realistic. We gotta bring it back.
It's on us, Jess. We have the obligation as a generation to teach the youngins.
I think we do. My question is, how much do millennials have pull these days? I mean, think about it. All of my friends out here trying to do clock it and the special heart-shaped sign. What are we influencing? Okay? I want us to put our foot down. Now I really sound like an old person. I want us to put our foot down and have some influence. I think Gen Z is the one who's setting the tone now, whether we like it or not.
Well, what is Gen Z into? Like, what's the overwhelming genre that is like defines that generation?
I have talked to multiple people in that generation and I still don't know.
I think they respect and they pay homage to the greats from our generation. I don't think it's lost upon them who paved the way, but I don't think they're knowing, you know, the ins and outs of Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle, and they know a Mariah Carey, they know a Beyonce, but
yeah,
it's limited how far back their history goes.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Even though they rock some of the 90s looks, I don't see them saying, oh yeah, let's bring back like Black conscious music and, you know, but they might surprise us. Who knows?
Yeah.
The pendulum may swing.
Maybe it's going on underground to the point of neo soul where things kind of brew underground before there's a resurgence. Maybe there's a Gen Z nostalgic movement happening that unbeknownst to us.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, here's to hoping. Okay, friends, I think that's all for us as we continue to unpack all the things.
All the things. You know what else I have to say before we go?
What?
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
And on that note, I think we're done.
You've had enough.
And with all that being said, we've got more stories, more laughs,
more realness, and more unpacking next time.